There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champion, the South Carolina Gamecocks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So South Carolina's offense will go to work first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right. Those are the games that make college football special.
They'll run it from the gun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Johnson wants to throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the...
Beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champion, the South Carolina Gamecocks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gamecocks will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will have first crack at this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred. Because it's a rivalry game, they'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. From a four-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
To throw, it's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Taylor. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Frazier. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Humphries.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun. Give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams, Bryce, alive on 3rd down. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field,
touchdown Dogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be at that Heisman Center.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Clark. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Off the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. Got his man on the right. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Got some room to run. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw it, Stockton. Got his man in the middle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's open. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Georgia. Fitted in the window for the score.
And the offense had the look they liked. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size and because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus? Turning it on! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Now they'll run it to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to him on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He caught it. Running through contact. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
You love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've got a first down here to open the period. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Finding open areas. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll do it himself on the draw. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Just a little off. Incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Backed up now here, second and long. Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first down. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. From their own 23, it'll be first and 10. They'll run it from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling.
Going up top. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it first and 10 inside the 20. Got it in the middle, it's Harbor. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Johnson wants to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Trying to pull his way in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. He'll keep it on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
It's just so nice to have a signal guard who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab past the marker. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Dumps it off in the flats. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll send out the kicker here. And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. West Virginia is ahead right now, but that's not exactly Major Harris out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by just one over Arizona. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on. It's picked off. That's number 10.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Red pass is complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. You know, in that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Catch in the middle, it's Frazier. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming out.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. He's got it. Slips through the line, and they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking for the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Gamecocks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Makes the grab. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Johnson wants to throw it. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Catch in the middle. It's Clark. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And the Dogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the returner goes down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Tight end now in motion. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Floating away. Finds a little space. Early on the Jets. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Humphreys. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. The play action fake. He'll pull it down and run. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration.
Oh, he's got some space. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Motion from the wideout. Quick release by the QB. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They send the tight end in motion. Give to the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Fighting off the defender. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Pulls it in, it's Taylor. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. And the Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. They get to him as he throws. Pulls it in. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now on first down from the 28. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day.